Hello and welcome to another of my how-to videos in which they seem to be proving rather popular. And today's how-to video is going to be on wagon loads. Now you may be thinking, well, why am I doing wagon loads? Now I have seen some people already do how-to videos of this, but they've been using scale dial items. That is not what I'm going to be doing today, because there's only really so much you can do with scale dial items, and you can't really use them in wagons. You can only use them on conflats or one-plank wagons. What I am going to be doing today, though, is slate. Now this is real slate that I have broken up into smaller pieces, as you can see. And that took a whole evening yesterday to do. Now, I already have added real slate to a few wagons. There's this one here, excuse the giant arm, and this one here. Now, this one is made by Hornby, and this one, well, I don't know which manufacturer makes this one, because I have looked on the bottom and there's no manufacturer's name on it. So this one is unknown, but they are both definitely mineral wagons. Now this one actually was filled with a coal load. Not real coal, it was like some sort of resin balls painted up to look like coal. But these weren't really filled with coal in reality. So I removed the coal to get the slate in. Now you can either choose rocks, like this here, stone or gravel, or some people have even filled them with ballast, but ballast isn't really that exciting. Rocks just look a bit boring, and it's the same for the stone and gravel really. Slate seems to be a little bit more interesting, regardless if people even think they're just boring grey folded bits of rock. Now you may be thinking, where did you get the slate from? Well, I will show you. Ta-da! And here is that real slate. In case you haven't noticed, it has actually been raining earlier. And so this is where we have all this slate. And this is where I've been getting it from. Because it's been here for some time. It's been here practically since we moved in. And the one day I said to myself, what could I do with this slate? And then it hit me. Use them on wagon loads. So here are some pieces of slate that I've just picked up from at the garden. Now I will be showing you how to break this slate up. But this slate will not be used into there, because it's just going to demonstrate, because I have more than enough in there. Although I might use some of it. So as you can see, we have different thicknesses. Now I tend to pick out the best bits, the ones with the most folds like this. Cause well, it looks a bit better in my opinion. Or some people could say it's just one of these preferences. Like so. It's like collecting fossils, this, isn't it? So that's the slate that I will be demonstrating on in a little bit. And of course, we have some more wagons to use. This one. And trust me, these are mineral wagons because I have been doing research on them. Another one. In fact, we'll better move them over a bit. Another one which has been hand painted and rusted up using rust powder to make it look realistic. And another one. Now, all these here, except for this one, are made by Hornby. And if I hadn't known that these were mineral wagons in the first place, I would have bought some other ones off the internet. But I don't need to do that, because I have enough of them, and I don't intend to have a massive rake of them. Just a nice little rake of 6 wagons. So anyway, I will now show you how to break up the slate. What we're going to need are pieces of slate, gloves on your hands. There's a hole in that one, because trust me, you will need them. You'll also need a mallet, and also a pair of safety glasses, which I'll just put on. It might not look like I'm wearing them, but trust me, I am. Okay, so we'll move the camera back. So the camera moved back. Let's get started. So we'll break this one up first. Okay, that's pretty much how you do it. Now, these are for the bigger pieces that you want. Because, you know, not all pieces of slate in reality are big, but they're not all small, so it does make more realism. However, if you want smaller pieces, then you simply do that. And you can see that these are much smaller, well, some of them are at least, than the pieces over there. You can also use the dust as well. Because it will add a bit more realism. Bear in mind, of course, it's not always easy to get the pieces the right size. Sometimes you may have to break them up more than once. Pretty much like that. You could use pieces like that as well if you wanted. But the results, they're worth it. So that's pretty much how you break up the slate. We won't need that bit, so we'll get rid of it. Right, so now we're going to add the slate to the wagons. Now the slate I've just broken up is not going to be used because I've got more than enough in there, which seems a little over excessive, but I can always tip some back. Besides, some of it can be used on the layout as well. Up on the hill part up there. Over there. Just in front of that wall, which you can't see, which is there, but I'll stick some pictures on Twitter sooner or later. So, we'll get these two wagons out of the way, because we're not going to need them. But we are going to need these wagons. We will also be needing a tub and a brush, not one too big, and some PVA glue. Now, we will need a fair bit of this stuff. Okay, so we'll move that over to that side. Move those wagons over and we'll start with this one. Okay, so you get your glue, dip your brush in and you spread it inside. Remember to put plenty in. Then get your slate and put some bits in. And then for another layer, well, brushing it's going to be a little hard. So you will have to squirt some in. Unfortunately, but, you know. Pretty much try and make a decent pile of it as possible. Because, you know, the more realism the better. And then we'll stick that bit at the top. And there you are. There's one wagon done. You can also rearrange like where you want to put the ballast as well. Slate, sorry. Right, so there's that one done. Now for this one. I'll only show you 2 of these done, because the rest can be done off camera. And pretty much do the same method that I did. And also, you can suppose you can always wait for the glue to dry, but you can also smear it on like that. So I suppose it's not too bad, is it? Like that. But it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. And also, you won't need to use dropper glue for this. And I recommend the PVA glue because it sticks it better, not poly cement, because this will not do it. And also, try and cover the gaps in like where there's the glue, because it'll make it a little bit less obvious. You can even like stick them on the end so you get a bit sticking out if you want. It's entirely up to you. And there you are. That's another wagon done. And so there we have it. That pretty much sums up this video on how to add slate to wagons. Now I hope you've enjoyed this just as much as I've enjoyed doing the whole project and filming it, etc. So thank you for your time, and I shall see you again soon.